Okay, so Nigerians, as usual, I see many of you bring your bias and sentiment into this particular matter. The matter involving this acclaimed pastor, acclaimed man of God, a pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, a pastor, somebody who calls himself a man of God, somebody who claims that God called him to serve the Almighty God. He is involved in cheating. He's allegedly defrauding, cheating a business partner who happens to be a fellow Nigerian in faraway Turkey. A pastor is supposed to be an ambassador of a church. Before you even talk about the church, your bias and sentiment when we talk about religious leaders and political leaders in Nigeria is the reason Nigeria is where Nigeria is. The political leaders have seen all of you finish in Nigeria. They know that you will never judge their matters with a sound mind. They know that you will always judge their matters with so much bias and foolish sentiment. That's why political leaders in Nigeria behave anyhow. Nobody holds them accountable. They don't rate you. They don't rate Nigerians at all. Going back to the church, a pastor of a church is supposed to be an ambassador of that church. If a church cannot investigate people very well, examine people very, very well before ordaining them pastors, before making them their own ambassadors, you don't blame anybody for calling the church out in matters like this. You don't blame anybody for calling out even the general overseer of the church. As a church, when issues like this happen, the first thing to do is to suspend the pastor. Suspend him and look into the matter. After looking into the matter, if you find him guilty as alleged, you sack him because he is not worthy to be an ambassador of a church. He is not worthy to be a pastor with your church. Am I even talking about Redeemed Church of God? Redeemed Christian Church of God. This man's issue, this man's case reminds me of Pastor Arewa. Pastor Arewa is a pastor with the same church, Redeemed Christian Church of God. Pastor Arewa borrowed money from me in 2012, 200,000 naira. He promised to pay after 30 days at a certain percentage. 30 days elapsed, Pastor Arewa failed to pay me. I was begging him to pay me my money. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, up to 4 months, the man did not pay me until I went to his office with a fight. Before I went to his office to drag him, I first of all complained to some of the boys he trained in business who are my mates. I complained to them. They supported me. Even before going to his office, they already went to his office before me to beg him to pay me my money. As a pastor, you borrowed money from somebody, a younger person in business. I was very young at that time. You borrowed money from me and you failed to pay me. Pay me back my money. As a pastor, I even threatened to go to his church and lay the complaint to members of his church. As a pastor who is serving God, who claims that God called you to serve him, are you supposed to behave in this manner? Are you supposed to behave in this manner? Nigerians, you should stop judging matters relating or concerning religious leaders in Nigeria with this bias and sentiment. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make you a Christian. Christians, you claim that Christians are Christ-like. A Christian is Christ-like. Now tell me, is this person Christ-like? Are you yourself Christ-like? If this is how Christ is, then Christ is a scam. If this person is Christ-like and Christ behaves like this, Christ will involve with other people in the business. He will defraud them. He will cheat them. He will cause them so much pain. If Christ behaved that way, then Christ is a scam. And this is the reason plenty of people have stopped going to the church. Many people have left Christianity because of behaviors like this. Wicked people are found in the church, and church people will defend them. Among the pastors, I just mentioned Pastor Arewa, who is also a member of the Christian Redeemed Church of God. This pastor now as well. Many of them are like that. When you talk about them, church members will defend them, bringing their bias and sentiment. Are you Christ-like? If this is the way Christ behaves, and this man is like Christ, this man is Christ-like, wahala dey.